located in one area. We got to see a lot of the country, and the one item that consistently dots the horizon, no matter where we are, that dots the landscape, are cranes.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Whether it be Yerushalayim, Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv.
We were in the southwest, obviously near Gaza, where
Right.
a lot of communities continue to build and expand. Here today, as we're driving to the Binyamin region in the Shomron, it's just
Everywhere.
incredible what's going on.
Everywhere.
And a point that was made to us yesterday in Tel Aviv is that it just continues to boom. I mean, the economy is great, certainly relative to the way it's been in years past.
And something that the person we met with yesterday in Tel Aviv had mentioned was that singles are making aliyah and building their lives here, even before they have families, even before they're married, that they are following, I should say, their Zionist dreams and those genes that we all have.
Yeah.
And they're starting their lives here. They're finding jobs. They're making inroads. They have these huge Friday night dinners, and
guess what? Hundreds of them will be on the flight tomorrow with Nevesh B'Nevesh.
I cannot wait. And I'm excited that we were recently told that there will be a big ceremony tomorrow morning. Please God. So
by the time this airs, of course, it will have already been completed, but we're hoping it will be a big one. All right, should we break? Or are we going to
Yaakov, are you ready?
Taste? What are we going to do?
He's waiting for Eli.
So
okay,
Eli
no
and Yaakov will join us coming up. Keep it right here as we do our radio show from Psagot, the winery in the Binyamin region of Israel. Keep it at the Nachum Segal Network. right, we're getting started here in the Psagot Winery with our official taste test. We made a couple of recommendations already to our listeners. Apparently, the Psagot Edom is the winery's premier red wine with that blend that we spoke about. And that is the one that arguably propelled the Psagot reputation to where it is. The Cabernet Sauvignon is a single vineyard Sauvignon, 100% varietal wine, striving to articulate the singular expressions of Psagot's vineyard. If you want a good taste of what is unique about the grapes here, where they're grown in the Binyamin region in Psagot, the Cabernet Sauvignon single vineyard would be a great example of that. I was told earlier in the show, you may recall, Miriam Wallach, I was told earlier in the show that even though that the dessert wine, if you will, that is available in the United States from the Psagot Winery would be the port-style wine that they have. The port-style wine they have is called Psagot Prat, P-R-A-T.
And I will be honest, I've already sampled
Can I
it.
hold that bottle? Can I hold the Prat bottle? Because it looks really intriguing, this bottle. Look at that photo.
I know. I've already held it.
You have a picture of it?
I might have sampled it.
Oh, there it is. That's a nice. I like
Twice.
this. That's cool. This is very nice. Imagine this on the Shabbos table. It's beautiful.
Well, it would come at the end of the meal.
I understand.
Okay, it's a special kind of bottle. I'm sure Yaakov can explain to us why port or Prat is not.
Who's the bottler here? Now I need a discussion with the bottler, because all the other wines look like they're in not standard, but you know, they're in the Psagot signature wine bottles.
They're tall. They're not tall and narrow. They're stout.
Right. This Prat one is like a miniature.
This is a funny shot that I'm about to take.
Isn't it funny?
It is funny. It is funny.
Like a little, you know what I'm trying to say?
Because you holding that bottle is just funny.
It is funny.
I'm sure Yaakov will be able to explain to us.
A half liter.
I'd
learned the secret to why this bottle looks smaller than the others.
Because it is?
It's a half liter bottle.
But there has to be I'm sure you can get half liter bottles that are tall and narrow, but there has to be a reason.
Now you're getting into an area I can't discuss.
I know, but look at this. I mean, they're pouring all this wine around you. This is going to be.
All right, I need some words of introduction from Yaakov about the one that's in front of me, or actually the one that's in my hand right now.
You know who's probably going to be very bitter when he hears this show.
Who, Jay?
Okay, two people who are going to be bitter when they hear this show. I was always going to include Avrami, because Avrami
he's always talking about it.
How we always drink how we always drink and eat, and he's never included. Nahum. We're starting with the left. We have to remember the order of the cups.
Yeah,
Everyone hora to the right.
I just took this one from the left, didn't I? I just took it from here.
I don't know.
My gosh, this is complicated.
This is intense.
Wine tasting's ain't easy.
First of all, I can tell you that I have two glasses in front of me, and they look distinctly different.
So this should be where it is, right?
Okay. Yaakov, this is intense.
It's intense because the preparatory time is insane. Look at this.
I know.
This is crazy.
Okay.
We're being treated like those folks from Wine Spectator, the ones who have the wine poured for them, and then they go ahead and they give like grades and numbers and ratings.
Yeah,
I can't wait to tell Jay on Thursday what I went through here. He's going to be impressed, like we were treated like we really know about wine. This is so cool.
You're going to have to get some lines to pick up from Yaakov so you can say, well, Jay, I tasted this and this
Good
and
idea.
This. Yes.
Good idea.
Exactly.
That's called grape ammunition. That's
or
what I need.
It's called cheating.
Yeah, I need some lines to be able to repeat to make it sound like I'm really talking about something I know about.
By the way, just looking at the colors, you can see that they look different. This looks very brown, the Prat Port.
You know why?
Because...
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, Yaakov already explained it to me, but you go.
No, I'll tell you why.
Go for it.
Because there's a chocolatiness to the Prat... Excuse me.
No, I was listening to Yaakov.
I've studied this. I have my cheat sheets here. There is a full... sweet chocolate aroma that is in this full-bodied, smooth wine called Prat. And it's that chocolateness. Listen to me carefully.
I'm listening.
It's that chocolateness that creates this very dark color that you alluded to earlier. You want to give Yaakov those? Give him those.
Yes, but I do want to say that I think Yaakov will agree with me that the reason that looks darker is something that rhymes with schmaisins.
Nothing to do with chocolate? Maybe there's a combination. Maybe it's chocolate-covered raisins. Wait a second. Maybe that's what's happening here. Exactly. All right, Yaakov, I will stop my ignorant rant, and I will allow you now to educate our audience for real. I am sitting with what in front of me?
On your left, you have a Shiraz.
This is the Shiraz?
Yeah.
Let me just get my notes here for a moment. Which is the Shiraz? Here it is. Here, PC guy, I'm holding. This is the actual photo and information about Shiraz. This is the glass that I'm about to taste. And what can you tell us about Shiraz?
I'll talk to you about both wines together. On the right, you have a Cabernet Franc.
Okay. Oh boy. So this is the Shiraz right there, and then the Cabernet Franc's on the other side, right? I do. Well, 1 second. This is the Prat. It says.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So this is okay. So this is the Shiraz. The Shiraz is on the left. Where's my Cabernet? Is this the Cabernet Franc?
No, it's Cabernet Sauvignon.
So which is? Do I have a cheat sheet on this one or not?
You should.
Oh, here it is. Okay. Here's Cabernet Franc.
All right.
So we got the Shiraz and the Cabernet Franc. These are the two wines that we are recommending to our listeners. Your retail stores in the U.S. have them, and we're about to taste them. Go right ahead, sir.
Okay, I'm not here to promote sales. I'm
Okay.
here to answer you.
But
What
it's
you
not a
asked.
bad idea if you happen to.
I'm trying to answer what you asked me
Correct.
before.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's start with the left one.
Shiraz.
Okay, this is not a Bordeaux varietal. This is coming from the Rhone Valley.
It does smell good, I must say. The man knows nothing about wine, but I can tell a good smell, and that smells good. Go ahead, give me some more information.
Now, if the Bordeaux varietals are intellectual, sophisticated, go with food, the Rhone varietals many times are just happy wines. They're exploding with fruit and aroma, and they're just super fruity. And what you smell is what everybody smells. It's just a very fruity, happy wine.
There it is.
Taste it.
Wow, am I getting serious? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
I mean,
That is a delicious wine. Now you think I'm joking, and you want to make fun of me. It is a great wine. It really is good. Maybe it's when I'm not forced to drink an entire cup that I really like it. But that is really good. That's the Shiraz.
that's the Shiraz.
And the name, am I right or wrong, that the name would not suggest a certain type of wine to the novice drinker? In other words, a lot of people are familiar with what to expect from a Cab, what to expect from a Chardonnay. Shiraz, I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue just based on the name what to expect.
Well, if you drink more wines, you would.
I understand. I'm just saying that, for the rookie, for the rookie who may know what to expect from a Cab. I know what to expect. Whatever. Yeah, go ahead. So that was the Shiraz. Now we move on to the Cabernet Franc.
You might find Shiraz under the name Syrah. It's really the same type of grape. It goes under both names.
Okay.
Now, we sell.
Should I worry about that, Eli? Is it okay if both names
It's
are
okay.
interchangeable? That's okay? I shouldn't worry about that. Okay, go ahead.
Now, a lot of times, Syrah you will find with blends of the Rhone Valley, like with Grenache, Syrah, Cinsault, and usually not mixed with the Bordeaux varietals.
Okay.
Now, on the right, we have a Cabernet Franc.
This is it, the Cabernet Franc.
Yes.
Available in the U.S.
Now, this is an oddball. Okay, this is usually used in a blend. It adds wonderful things to a blend. But just like we sometimes have a justification to bottle a single vineyard wine because it's special, also Cabernet Franc, it has some people that are just crazy over it. It's not meant for everybody. Not everybody likes it. It's very, very specific. It's very herbaceous. If you like herbs and a green aspect of your wine, it's overwhelming. And in a blend, it's amazing. And it always adds something to a Bordeaux varietal blend. But it also has its followers as a varietal wine. And smell it now.
It does have a more herb-like smell than the other one. You think I'm joking. I'm being serious. Okay, can I taste this?
Yeah, sure.
Now, to me, it's more... This one seems like a more serious wine.
It is.
It has that more serious taste.
The Bordeaux varietals in general are more serious wines. That's a good way to put them.
By the way, here's a really stupid question, okay? Here's a really stupid question. Now that I've tasted 2 cups of wine, anyone can expect a stupid question. All the different flavors that you cite have these are flavors that are dependent on the person who's drinking it. In other words, you write here in the Cabernet Franc, for instance, or you just said to us, that has this herb-like, or more of an herb-like fragrance and taste than the other wine that we had earlier.
Right.
But that's all it's all somewhat relative, no? Or am I wrong that people don't taste different things in different wines?
Well, first of all, you tasted it yourself.
right.
So it's there.
But I don't know if I'd call it herb.
How would you call it?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. What did it seem like to you, Mrs. Wallach?
See, but
What was it?
I think it's important to make you use words before Yaakov. This is a fun game for me. Let's ask you what the next wine tastes like, or what.
This one was, let me have a little bit more and
Go
see if I
for
can
it.
come up with it.
That's gonna
What would
heighten-
Eli Shapiro
that's
say
gonna
if he was
heighten your
here?
senses.
What would he say this
Have a
wine
little bit
tastes
more.
like?
It's gonna make for a better show.
That could be. You're not going to like this. You know what? It tastes like a good salt to me. Is that insane? I'm serious. It tastes like a good salt.
Yes, it has that there.
Oh,
a
it's not
silent
that
flavor.
crazy.
No, you're not.
You know why you know about salt?
Well, you're the salt expert. You've taught me well.
Also has a little gunpowder.
I think he's serious, by the way.
Okay.
Not quite sure if that's from his Washington Heights days or his Israel days, but it sounds like he's serious. Say it again.
Isn't this more exciting than orange juice?
You could say that again.
That was breakfast.
Could I answer you elaborately what you just asked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
While I keep tasting. I'm going to be drunk in a 10
I'm gonna
minutes.
have to take over the show pretty soon.
I think I'm not driving. And they still promised me the port. I better wrap this up at the port at some point, otherwise it's going to be a revolution. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
Most fruits have a typical molecule composition. Therefore, you could,
So you know what a watermelon tastes like.
and you know what a banana tastes like,
Right.
and you know what a strawberry smells like and
Right.
tastes like, and you could even reproduce it in a lab. Take the synthetic molecules and get a strawberry flavor, and it'll nothing to do with strawberries,
Right.
but you will get the flavor and butter.
People do that all the time to our food.
Exactly.
Right.
What made grapes unique, and a whole culture developed around them, and people occupy themselves with comparing vineyard locations and wineries and origins of the grapes, is because in a very unique way, if most fruit have 2 or 3 or 4 molecules that are typical, grapes have hundreds and sometimes thousands of molecules of aroma components. Now they will,
No two alike. I mean, to a degree, right?
and a lot has to do with how you process them to see what will come out of the fruit. I'm not kidding. I see on your face that you think.
No,
I'm
no, I don't think you're kidding. What I'm thinking of as you say that is therefore that's what brings the wineries into the whole equation. That the uniqueness of how the winery deals with those grapes is going to produce something different.
Exactly. Now, I'll give you some examples of what will affect the wine. First of all, the yield. First of all, the grape type. Okay. Then where it's grown.
Right.
Then the yield. If you have the same grape in the same location with different yields, you're going to get different aromas standing out compared to the other aromas which will be left in the back.
I get that.
Date of harvest. If you harvest a red wine early, you'll get red fruit. If you wait a little bit longer, you get black fruit. If you wait later, you get brown fruit, and that goes to do with the port. Why you have chocolatey flavors because it was
Right.
harvested late.
I love it.
Okay. Now, then you take it to the winery. What temperature do you ferment it? How long do you keep it in contact with the skins before you press it?
There's a million things going on.
A million things going on.
So is it legitimate then to say that that wine is psagotish? Like, is there? In other words, you produce a specific type of wine, and an expert would say, that Psagot came out with a new wine, and an expert would say, it tastes like it came from Psagot. It tastes like the way they make wine. Is that a legitimate way of looking at it?
First of all, it is, but it's easier to say that about the fruit origin, and people could definitely taste the fruit of Psagot.
Right. You can only make Psagot wine because that's the type of grapes you have. You have Psagot grapes. That's why. Right.
Mostly yes, but even some other winery will take our fruit, and other wineries do take our fruit. They will still have that Psagot origin of fruit
But they'll
shining
put
out.
their twist on it.
They will have their twist, but the base will be Psagot vineyards.
Right. Wow. Pretty amazing. So now, can I do it? Can I do it on the first one? Can I try
Sure.
to identify what I think it tastes like?
Please do.
Any excuse to drink, because I get lightheaded here. Let's see. This is the Shiraz. You've written that you taste some cherry, boysenberry, and pomegranate in there.
Mhm.
I don't got the pomegranate. Hang on a second. Give me a second on this
You know
one.
what a boysenberry
You
tastes like?
do you taste the pomegranate?
Do you know what a boysenberry
Do you
tastes
taste the
like?
pomegranate?
I do taste the
Yeah,
pomegranate.
I don't get that.
It's the boysenberry that's worth
The pomegranate is
I
this.
think there's blackberry in there. Is that possible?
for the love of God.
I think there's blackberry in there. Is that possible?
It's possible. It should be.
Already?
Where's Ellie Shapiro? Is there blackberry in the Shiraz or not? Oh, so you do agree? Oh, you know, you're guessing like me, and I called him an expert a minute ago. All right, so far the Cabernet Franc and the Shiraz have been on our taste schedule. Thank God I get to take a break now. Woo! This is unbelievable. We visit the Psagot Winery. We're not promoting irresponsible drinking here. We're promoting that this could be a tremendous enhancement to your Shabbos table, even during the week. You go get a delicious wine, especially from Israel. As Ellie said earlier, this is a very important time to buy wines from Israel, so we're giving you a great recommendation. You can do it either directly from Psagot, especially when you visit here, or, of course, at any of your retailers. They don't carry it. You make sure to hound them until they do. Will I get my port wine? I hope so. We'll find out coming up. Keep it right here at the Nachum Segal Network as we continue our program during this adventurous trip to Israel from the Psagot Winery at jmnam.org and nachumsegal.com.